Now let's look at string constants. Generally string constants are represented using double quotes. Let us say if I write double quotes string like this, now this entire thing is a string constant, right? So one thing you should observe here is or remember here is, even though the number of characters here is 1 2 3 4 5 6 characters, and if you assume that each character is taking 1 byte, here you have to use 7 characters space to store it. The reason is, even if it is not being shown here, every string constant will end with a null. So this symbol is called as null, okay? \0, this symbol is called as a null. Now every string constant is going to end with a null, okay? And if you have, let us say, an empty string, you can directly represent like this, okay? And also you can apply concatenation on these strings. For example, if you write like this, hello world, hello world, it is as good as writing it as simply hello. In case if there is a space here, then hello world, okay? Now let us see a small C program which will be used to count the number of characters in a string constant, okay? Now assume that this is the function that we are writing and this is the comment, okay? Returns the length of the string. Now this is the name of the function. See, you cannot directly execute this program because you don't have main in this program. If you take it as a program, it cannot be executed, but then you can use this part in some other program and you can execute it, okay? So that is the meaning of this function. So string length is the name of the function, and it is taking something as an argument. And what is the type of this argument? Character. And we'll talk about this in detail later. So if you can understand it now, just understand it. Otherwise we'll again get into what is this symbol. This is an array, right? So it means that S is a character array that is being passed to this particular function as an argument, and is going to return int. So this is called as return type. So we shall again see what is the function and what is the definition of a function and how to declare it, all these things. If you can understand it, better you try it, okay? So this is the name of the function, it is a return type, and this is the argument, okay? Now as we go into the function body, it is going to initialize I to 0. So this is called as initialization. While declaring a variable itself, right, integer I is declared as an int. While declaring a variable itself, you are going to assign some value to it, right? That is called as definition, that is called as initialization, okay? And now while s of I not equal to null, I equal to I plus plus. Now I am going to use a while loop, but then if you observe it, inside this these braces there is a condition. This is called as while condition. Only when you satisfy this condition you are going to get into it, okay? But then if you see this, there is only one line in the body of the while loop. That is why I am not using the curly braces. So if you have only one line in the body, you need not use the curly braces for this while loop, right? Otherwise if you want to use it, you can still use it like this. You can put this in that, otherwise they are not required as well, right? Now what is that this one is going to do is, initially s is going to point to this. Let us say this is s. Let us say the string passed here is RAVI, right? Now what is a pointer and what is an array? Depending on that, we can see everything later, but for now let's keep the thing simple. Initially I is 0, therefore s of 0 means, let us say this one, s of 0 is not equal to null, therefore I equal to I plus plus. Now what will I become? I initially is 0, now it will become 1. Now again it will go back here, right? I equal to I plus 1. Now again s of I. Now it will check what is I value here. S of I value here, it is not equal to null, therefore it will again enter, it will make 2, right? Now I value is 2. Now again it will go back and it will see s of I. So now s of I is this. So this is s of, these are the indices, right? Now it is v not equal to null, therefore it will be made 3. Now again it will come here and it will check, not equal to this, null, therefore 4. Finally when I equal to 4, s of I not equal to null will fail because s of I is actually equal to null. That is when you are going to come out of this while loop and you are going to return 4. so 4 will be returned. Got it? Okay, now what is, if we can understand this, it is fine. If we don't understand it, we shall see it later. And one more thing you might have to remember here is, see, writing like this, if I write a here, now this is actually a string constant. Now if I write like this is representing the integer value of this a in the character set, right? In the ASCII set, what is the integer used to represent this a, that number will be returned here, which means you can use this representation in the mathematical operations, and then you can get the value, ASCII value of a substituted in its place. But if you are going to have this is a string constant, and it cannot be actually given it for any mathematical operation, right? And in fact it is actually a 2-character string. Okay, it will contain this a followed by null, but here it is simply an a. Okay, that is the difference between these two. Okay, now what I mean to say is, you cannot use a plus 10, right? It will give you an error. But then you can use like this, a plus 10, where this value, this will be substituted, this will be replaced by the ASCII value of a in the ASCII set. Okay.